How did your belief in God help you through the challenging and difficult time at NBC?
Well, I break it up into two parts. I mean, I think, I was already along this journey. I mean, less people think, a guy got fired and he found God. It really wasn't the case. I was on this path. Before I ever got Meet the Press, and it did help me. I mean, it really, as whether I faced public scrutiny or it helped me find perspective. It helped me find more humility. But to be honest, Joe Biden was on Stephen Colbert last week in such a wonderful appearance, and he said, look, faith doesn't always hold me. And my faith didn't hold me. I mean, I think the hardest part about losing my job was losing that sense of identity. I write in the book about my teacher asking me, who would you be if you lost it all? And when she asked me that, it was early on in my tenure at Meet the Press, I didn't really have an answer, so that's something I thought a lot about. And then when I was confronted with that question, I found that it was hard. It was a struggle. I mean, I've been on television since I was 18, and then at 44 to lose my job in such a disappointing and humiliating way, it made me wonder, well then, who am I if I'm not that? Do I have standing if I'm not that? Do people even want to talk to me if I'm not that guy? And I had to struggle with that, and I've had my ups and downs with that. But I think that faith at least puts me on a path to understand that there's kind of a true self. My true self is that yes, I'm a journalist, and I'm a husband, and I'm a father, and I'm someone who's loved by God, and I love God, and being a person of faith gives me a sense of bigger identity, that I'm a lot more than the person you saw on TV. And so I think that's just been something that's been evolving, and it hasn't always been easy, and faith has been hard at times for me in that regard. But I feel through falling, I wrote something in the Wall Street Journal last week that I do believe, which is, in joy and in pain and even through personal failure, I believe that God is close. I have felt that. I feel more grounded in faith than I did when I was, seemingly on top of the world at NBC. And that I find that, it sustains me.